Expo 2020 is finally here, and today we're going to tell you everything you need to know about the mega event. For that, we're joined by our very own Expo expert, Anjana Sankar. Expo 2020 coverage starts now. Anjana, it's so good to have you here, our Expo expert. How are you doing?
I'm good. Hi.
Are you ready?
All set.
I think if you're not ready, none of us are ready because you've been so many times to the site already.
Yeah, I've seen the site rising from nothing and now it's all ready, so very excited.
Very exciting. So, people are still asking, what is Expo 2020 and what they can expect? What would you share with someone who hasn't even reached Dubai yet?
People think Expo is a trade fair, but it's much more, especially Expo 2020 Dubai. If you look at the size, the scale, and the scope of this mega event, it's much more than a trade show. It has everything that you can imagine, whether you're a businessman, whether you're looking to network, whether you're looking for great entertainment, food, sporting activities, everything that you can imagine, there's a lifetime worth of experience right there in Dubai.
So you say lifetime worth of experience, and it is taking place for 6 months, thankfully, so there is time to go back. But how would you recommend someone experience Expo? Because there's so much, it's really overwhelming.
It is definitely the first feeling that you get when you walk into the site, because it's the size of 600 football fields.
Yes.
So what do you expect? How do you navigate the site? But I think if you have the right tools, it's easy. Technology. Count on technology. Expo has a great app that you can download.
Oh, this is important.
Yeah.
Okay.
So starting on October 1st, everybody who wants to visit Expo can download an app. The app will guide you into the daily events, the pavilions that you have to visit. Everything is right there at your fingertip.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the infrastructure, the roads that were built, the overpasses, everything that was added to make it easier to access the event. And as someone who's been there so many times, what's the best way to go?
The site is very accessible. Whether you are taking a metro, whether you're taking a bus, whether you are taking your own car, you can easily reach there. So to just break it down quickly, if you're taking your own car, when you're on the Expo road, it's impossible that you will get lost because there are signboards taking you to either sustainable...
I could probably get lost. Sorry to cut you off. I would probably get lost. But for most people, you won't get lost.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you because I have got lost many times, but that was at the initial point when we were, taking a visit to the Expo when it was not ready. But now there are signboards everywhere. But I would suggest the easiest way to get to the Expo is definitely taking a metro, because it will take you right into the site.
What about the health requirements? PCR, vaccination certificates, what do I need?
Okay, for you to get to the site, you have to be vaccinated. And if you're not vaccinated, you have to have a negative PCR test that you have to show. But there's nothing to stress about it, because at the site itself, there's a massive facility where people can take PCR tests and you will get the results within 4 hours.
Perfect.
Yeah, and within the site itself, I think the medical facilities and health infrastructure that they have built, whether it is clinic on the wheels, there are hundreds of medical staff available on the site. So it's all ready to welcome
the 25 million
visits in 6 months.
And it's amazing because we're so focused on it here in Dubai and here in the UAE, but this is a worldwide global event, and it's the first event since COVID where participants are welcome. And I heard today that there are landmarks that are going to be displaying the Expo color, not only in the UAE. So here, of course, Burj Al Arab, Burj Khalifa, Emirates Palace, but even NASDAQ in New York City is going to light up for Expo, and that says something.
Yeah, I think that's what I would define Expo 2020 Dubai as.
Sheikh Hamdan just issued a decree basically allowing government employees to take paid leave for 6 days in order to enjoy Expo, and this shows how important it is for the country, for the city, and there is a lot to see. So you've seen several of the countries. Share a little bit of insight and maybe give us some of your highlights.
Okay, that's the most difficult question, because when there are 190 plus country pavilions, each and every pavilion is a standout in structure in terms of the design, the innovation and technology that they are going to showcase. So it's very difficult to pick and choose. But if you ask me like which are the, like, I don't want to.
What's your favorite? Come on.
Okay, let me see what are my favorites.
Tell us.
I would definitely say if you have to choose country pavilions, Singapore is definitely one of my favorites because it's hot out there, and as soon as you walk in, it's a rainforest out there.
Wow.
Yeah. So I will not miss Singapore Pavilion because from the exterior itself, you're going to see a lush garden.
Yes.
And there's
that
so
will just draw people automatically
out there, and you would want to just rest there and relax a little bit.
Definitely.
But Brazil, which has a great structure which is a steel structure, it's very sustainable, and they're using like huge screens. That's how the pavilion is made, and there'll be sights and sounds beamed on it from Brazil. So you would feel that you're walking through the Amazon forest.
I feel like I'm walking through the pavilion just talking to you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can really go gaga over each and every pavilion that I've written about. I mean, pick every pavilion. Israeli pavilion, your country pavilion.
Thank you.
That is also like a very open model, and when you just have to walk past the pavilion, and you can actually see and hear stories from Israel.
And right next to the Israeli is the
Indian pavilion. Yeah, we had a visit to Indian pavilion. That again has a kinetic facade where it's like a mosaic and it tells stories even when you're standing outside.
Take a few days,
exactly.
Or take a few days every week maybe, and maybe you'll finish everything.
Yeah.
But tell me, how would you recommend to move between pavilions? Right now it's very hot still.
It is.
You said it's a huge area. It's a mini city.
Yeah.
What's the best
So my
way?
first advice is wear a comfortable shoe. So I've got 2 or 3 walking shoes so that I can use them during the 6 months. But moving around the site itself is not difficult because from once you park your car or once you get off the metro, there are these feeder buses. Okay. So you can get into a bus which goes to the designated place where you want to. But once you're inside the expo site itself, there are buggies.
Perfect.
Yeah, and there are expo movers. There is an expo train that you should take a ride around. So, it's not just only walking. You can also move around from one spot to another with these mobility options, which is great.
Then again, when the weather gets nice, it'll kind of be like a global village outing where you go because you want to walk and you want to experience everything by foot.
Yeah, if you're a sporting enthusiast, the sporting opportunities there, fitness. Yeah,
fitness.
They have a fitness
classes.
Exactly.
The special expo races, and I guess it's going together with the fitness challenge of October.
Yes.
Anything we should look out for?
So what people should do is everyone should download that Expo app, and there's an Expo calendar. Because you're talking about 60 live events happening on a daily basis. More than 200 eating options, like different restaurants. So how do you navigate all of this? So that's why I said count on technology, follow Khaleej Times, where you will see the daily events calendar and pick and choose, where you want to go.
Really hard to wrap my head around the amount of events happening per day. And I know that every country has their own agenda. They have, a daily schedule of activities. So I'm going to take your advice and use technology.
Yeah, and there are also several heads of states visiting, because one very important thing about Expo is every participating country is going to have a special national day or an honor day. So on that day, the entire Expo site will take the theme of that particular country. There will be cultural activities, there will be food which is tagged to that particular theme. So that is one of the various events that you should look for. And also the Expo, the 6 months are divided into various thematic weeks. So the first thematic week is on climate change, which starts on October 3rd. So for 1 week, Expo will talk about climate change and its implications and what people can do. And it's all about a call for collective action.
So one event that we can't skip is the much anticipated grand opening ceremony that everyone is talking about, starring Andrea Bocelli, of course.
Yeah, so that's the gala night that everybody is waiting for. We are all waiting to see who are the VVIPs, the movers and shakers from across the world, royal family members who all will be descending in Dubai to be there for the opening gala night. But it's a event which is there only for invited guests, very restricted event because of the COVID protocol. We will be live streaming it on Khaleej Times website, and the Expo ceremony, the opening ceremony, will also will be live streamed around 400 plus locations across Dubai, in hotels, at entertainment areas, so people can go and watch it live. So I think that's what everybody is looking forward to. It's going to be a magical night, I'm sure.
It's definitely going to be a magical night. We're going to be covering everything for the next 6 months.
Yeah, KT team will be camping at Expo, and we will be bringing everything, all the sight sounds from Expo site. Yeah, we will be capturing it.
We'll be there.
Really excited to do that.
Same here, Anjana, Sankar. Thank you so much, and we'll be covering this together.
Yeah. Thank you, Michal.
And that wraps up today's KT Chat. See you all at Expo 2020.